This is a car tour. Let's go.
Omi in a Hellcat on YouTube, posting and boasting of life in the fast lane. It's come to a screeching halt.
Omi in the Hellcat? Yeah. They basically seized millions of dollars out of all my accounts. They took all the cash that I had laying around. They took all my jewelry.
Federal prosecutors say they seized $41 million in assets, 52 properties, and 57 vehicles, including showstoppers like Rolls-Royce, Bentley, and at least 4 Lamborghinis. And while it was live streamed, the FBI arrested Bill Omar Carrasquillo for piracy from cable giants like Verizon, DirecTV, Charter, and Comcast, the parent company of CNBC.
I became a millionaire straight off an idea. You know, I saw a hole in the system and I exploited it.
The feds say Carrasquillo and his co-conspirators created a service for sale called Gears TV or Gears Reloaded. It allegedly worked like this. They installed set-top cable boxes in homes across the country with legitimate cable subscriptions, then allegedly used decoder cards from China to strip the box's encrypted signal so they could send their programs to foreign servers the group controlled. Their subscribers could then use hacked hardware to access movies, sports, and TV for as little as $15 a month. According to prosecutors, it added up to big bucks.
It's a 2019 Hellcat Red Eye.
But over the years, Omi's repeatedly insisted he's done nothing wrong.
I'm not stealing from anyone. I never stole from anyone. I'm going to prove it 1,000,000%.
Carrasquillo's attorney told CNBC, and here I'm quoting, Mr. Carrasquillo tapped into a brand new, unregulated industry and was very successful. Most people are called pioneers when they do that. Omar is called a criminal. The government assumes my client was not smart enough to do this legally because of his background. He was, and we'll prove that. But look, Shep, these charges are so serious, if he's convicted, he could spend decades in federal prison.
So, do you mind if we do a quick one?
What's going on?
So,
Sorry,
yeah, you want to put that down? Yeah.
I wish I had one of those. That's a nice one.
So, tell me what happened yesterday.
Yeah, they came,
The FBI came in.
for the first time. You know, the first time you guys came here, everybody said that it was bull crap.
Right. So, just tell me what happened.
Nothing. They just came in. They ran straight up to the ring, and they put a blue tape on the ring so we couldn't see. But obviously, there's about 30 cameras around the whole premises. So they came back for the things that they alleged that I did, the copyright infringement, which, you know, I don't think I ever did anything wrong. Obviously, I was running businesses wide open in the public. So now we just got to see. We're going to have our day in court now. So finally, you know, I get to not be depressed, not be stressed out anymore. Now I'll get my day in court.
Was this arrest a relief for you?
It was 100% a relief because I didn't know what was going on for 2 years. No answers, no nothing. You know, depressed. You know, a lot of depression comes behind us. They don't know, man. When they do things like this, they take people's livelihoods. You know, so this is sort of a big relief for me. Obviously.
You look like you're doing pretty good.
Oh, and look, they said that everything that I've done was criminally, and back again, we're back to flourishing again with other business ventures, which means that, you know, I've always done something right, you know? I just feel like, you know, I found a loophole, I ran through it, and I did great. You know, there's other colleagues of mine that are in the same business that I was in. They never got in trouble with the FBI. They're right now, you know, they're getting sued by DirecTV, and the FBI never had any interest in them. And, you know, that's my question to them. Like, how come my colleagues get to run off of $200-300 million and I was the only one targeted out of it? Maybe it's because, you know, we were probably driving down the 95 and they looked over, you know, they make 70 grand a year. Who the hell is this fat guy driving a Lambo?
You said 2 things in a video. Mm-hmm. You said you're prepared to go to jail. Is that still the case?
If the jurors could find that I did anything wrong, because I believe I seek counsel in this matter, and I actually sat in one of my divorce proceedings, And I sat there and told my lawyer, am I doing anything wrong? Because if I am, I'll quit now. He looked at me in my face in front of my ex-wife and said, Omar, what you're doing is not illegal. So in my heart, what I felt that I was doing was illegal, no. You know, this was wide open. I've never hid anything that I've ever done. You know, it kind of sucks.
Second thing you said in one of your you always make money. What's next for you?
Opening the biggest brand in the world right now, you know, reloadedmerch.com, and we're doing fantastic. We have a great group of people who follow us, you know, and I've always been an advocate of positivity. You know, you'll never see me advocate anything other than positivity. So, you know, what happens is supposed to happen, and, you know, God bless everyone.
So just to be crystal clear, the indictment that came down today, you're saying you're completely innocent of those?
Not completely innocent would be a false statement. Now, ignorance is no excuse for the law. You know, I try to go back and forth with a few accountants, and, you know, I found that when they were trying to, like, you know, file my taxes, they were filing them wrong. You know, should I have done a little faster? Of course, 100%. But do I think that I blatantly just ran away from the law and try to evade and try to money? None of that stuff I've ever done. You know. But ignorance is no excuse for the law, you know. So maybe I should have gotten on those things a lot faster. But at the end of the day, what I've done, I never did anything wrong.
Finally, what do you want to say to all of your hundreds of thousands of followers now?
You know, hold tight, and, you know, and any entrepreneur that's doing anything right now, this can be you. If you think you're doing the right thing, and obviously you're on a great, you know, just always check with a good lawyer, maybe 2 or 3 of them. That's all I, you know.
Yo, we back. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb ties. We on our way to Pennsylvania with it. The good old city of Philadelphia. Now all my dogs from Philly, y'all get in the comment box. Y'all know how we rocking. We got bulletproof love for the whole city, like we live around this bitch. Now, today we are going to be covering, I want to say, a highly publicized figure, even though it's like, I want to say I just kind of stumbled across the guy over the past year or so with his flashiness on the internet. And the guy that we're going to be talking about today is going to be a guy by the name of Bill Omar Carrasquillo, or better known as Omni and the Hellcat, aka Target, aka Target in 1080p. Now, the way that he crossed our desk is the government charged him with a whopping 62 count indictment where they're going to allege that he committed multiple acts of piracy, and I really online piracy, and this is going to kind of hit home. I'm just going to try to break down the details and fill in the blanks for some of y'all. Now, he was indicted along with 2 other co-conspirators, another guy by the name of Jesse Gonzalez, aka Wolfie, and 1 more gentleman by the name of Michael Barone. I noticed that those gentlemen, according to the indictment, resided in California and in New York as well. So just to break it down, or to give a brief detail, the New York Post reported that the partners, the 3 people that I mentioned, ran an illegal streaming service from 2016 to 2019. At various times, it was called Reboot. It was also called Gears TV. It was also called Reloaded and Gears Reloaded. Now, that service offers subscribers all-inclusive access to content from the likes of Comcast, Verizon Fios, DirecTV, HBO, as well as other streaming service providers for $15. Now, for what it's worth, the business scheme appeared to be quite successful. They're going to say Omni and the Hellcat is and his associates reportedly earned over $30 million between March of 2016 and November of 2019. Now, according to Omni and Hellcat, he's going to say he became a millionaire straight off an idea. He saw a hole in the system and he exploited it. His lawyers are going to go on to say that he should not be tried. He should be a pioneer. Most people that transition or that transcends a service or something like that, usually they get praised. In this case, like we said, he's facing that 62 count indictment. And from one of the outlets that I read, it's up to 500 years that he could be facing. So just to kind of put it in a broader perspective, an article linked to one of the places that covered his case pretty much went on to say how the companies, really they use Netflix and Hulu, are using AI to crack down on people that are sharing their passwords. And this is just a bigger scheme or a bigger version of that. So it's pretty much like one person sharing his Netflix password for a fee with thousands of people. So you can imagine, hey, we all been at somebody's house and we was watching a fight and they ain't had that shit on pay-per-view, watching Power. What's the shit? BMF cracking down. Anybody, man, this shit is rampant in the hood. He just kind of almost took it to the next level because he used some kind of software to get the content, and then he also used a series of like payment transfer systems that were associated with different banks like Wells Fargo and Bank of America, making it very easy for customers to be able to pay that subscription. Now, what is not mentioned is how the government came across this scheme, because they obviously been running it for a long time. The thing I kind of want to point out or reference is, if you are doing any kind of illegal business like this, you should be a fucking ghost. But Omni and the Hellcat was the total opposite. He was all like, well, they call him a YouTube star. So if anybody ever tuned into his YouTube channel, matter of fact, if anybody ever checked him out before, like over the past year, anybody been tuned in since he started 2016, I want to get in the comment box. And pretty much, has the content changed? Has it always been like this? Seems like over the past year it's been like more in your face, really. And if y'all don't think that the government or the feds or the internet police or the hip hop police or whoever is not watching this shit, or is not tuned into Mobb Ties, or is not following Say Cheese or any of that kind of shit, y'all fucking wow. Y'all wow, man. The police made the internet, dog. Breaking news, nigga. Breaking news, man. The police made the internet. If y'all don't know that, man. Some people get too caught up with, sending friend requests, to sliding DMs, to liking pictures, to getting caught up in thirst traps, that they forget that, man, this shit legal. Niggas act, man, this shit is the new outside. The internet is the new outside. So you gotta be careful. And I only bring that up because, well, I've seen him kicking it with Sean Cotton, who would be the owner of Say Cheese, as well as Bandman Kevo, who, not we all know, but some know, had his legal problems finessing the game. So if you in any kind of business like that, especially some on the level of this, where it's a $30 million, like, and gonna be a $30 million indictment, 62 count sweeping kind of type shit, yeah, you gotta be real careful with the fuck how you moving, because, hey, they just waiting to line you up. So I'm just saying that to pretty much bring up, what do y'all think? It's obvious to me, either they say from 2016 to 2019 they made $30 million. Sometimes it's like that shit almost like smoking weed. If anybody ever smoked weed for a long time, and like a lot of states it's legal now, but I'm talking about the states where it's illegal. You ever find yourself just walking out and smoking that shit in public like it's legal? And that's one thing with habit. Once you get a habit, it's like once shit get comfortable, you like out here doing that shit like it's legal. You get a little bit more lax. Maybe they were like more tight as far as how they was moving with the shit. And that went afraid. I don't know. That's why I want to see if anybody been tuned in. Matter of fact, anybody in the comment box, let me know, when did you guys hear about Omni and the Hellcat? Because they talking about they seized millions of dollars worth of properties and assets, and upwards like high almost 50 million type shit. So this shit is going to be a big case. We're going to keep our eyes out for it. We want to know what y'all think about it. It's your boy Popalot. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, POP_A_LOT. We definitely going to try to see if we can get an interview with Omni and the Hellcat so we can get his side of the story. Free the guys. This shit sound like bullshit if you ask me. I think it's gonna get tossed. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all hit the bell under this video to subscribe to know when this real trill spill shit is dropping. We gonna be in your city soon. Y'all know what it is. The Mobb. 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 Ties.